Well, hey guys, been out with my mates Kieran and Harriet the last few weeks, and taking the TR6 out, she started to overheat in traffic, but driving along she's absolutely fine. So I've come to the conclusion that it must be the thermostat that's actually been playing up. So I've got a new one from our mates over at David Manners Group. Now the David Manners thermostat actually comes with a giggle pin on the side of it, as I'll show you coming up close to the camera. See, there's this little giggle pin just here. Now that's actually a really good safety device because it allows a little bit of water to flow if the thermostat fails. I'm not actually sure whether my current one has got one of these in or not, but either way I'm glad this one's got one in. So we'll get the old thermostat out, we'll test it and get this new one in, and hopefully that should cure the problem. So the procedure for changing the thermostat is the same for most Triumph and MGs. You've got the thermostat usually at the top of the engine towards the front end underneath the thermostat housing. There's two 1/2-inch bolts that need to be undone. That gives access to the thermostat. We need to get rid of the gasket, clean up the old gasket surfaces and get rid of the old thermostat, then put in the new thermostat, making sure we put it in the right way round. Then we'll put in the new gasket, clamp down the thermostat housing, top up the coolant, run up the car, make sure we get rid of any airlocks and recheck the coolant, then top it up again. So let's get this new thermostat in place. So there we are, the car's been running for a good half an hour now. There's no coolant leaks, there's no air in the coolant whatsoever, it's all been bled nicely. The temperature gauge is reading dead on between the middles where it needs to be. So all in all, I'm happy to let the car go and actually enjoy it again. I'm going to show you guys how I check a thermostat anyway before we wrap up this video. Now to test the thermostat, to see whether it's working or not, what we need to know is actually how this thermostat works. It's if you put it in boiling water, what should happen is it should open and close along here. So the top end here will open up and allow water to flow past. And then when it closes, this will close off as it gets cold and not allow water to flow around the system. Now this thermostat of mine actually failed in the closed position, which is not really good for the car because I'm not getting water flow around, and therefore the car was just getting hotter and hotter and hotter. But as I was driving the car, it was getting colder. That's because airflow is coming through the radiator and just cooling things down. But in traffic, it was just getting hotter. So to test how these actually work, what we need to do is to put it in hot water to see whether this valve opens or not. And the most basic and simple way to do that is to actually boil a kettle of water and pour it into a mug, which is what I'm going to do now. Now we need to be a little bit more scientific than that, because we know these thermostats do open up, well, my one at 82 degrees, certain thermostats open up at 88 degrees, other thermostats open up at 70 odd degrees. They're all different. So what we're going to do is actually measure with a thermometer how hot the water is. But we can say that if it's meant to open at 82 degrees and it's not opening at what this is now, 92 degrees, as said on there, then the thermostat has failed. But what we need to do is give it a chance. So we'll put it in the hot water and just leave it a little bit just to see whether it opens up or not. As I said, this is an 82 degrees thermostat. The water temperature there is 88 degrees. It's gone down a little bit, as you'd expect. And now just having a look at the thermostat. It has opened up a little bit on one side if we just take it out, but not really a great deal. So it's actually opened up a little bit on the side there, not all the way around, so it has actually failed, which is why the car wasn't completely overheating, because this was acting like the laughing pin on the other thermostat, which I've now got fitted to the car. But that was the reason why it failed. So I hope you enjoyed that, but as always guys, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.